office earlier this year, we've been asking him and asking him, and I say we've been asking him to do this and nothing has happened. So Lisa and President of the New Jersey Association of Railroad Passengers, Listo, came with a joint letter which was sent to him asking for this, and Lisa saw him the other day and discussed it further.
Yes.
So we're still hoping to hear something about that so that we can get some improvements over there.
But did you send it to Paul Wyckoff to set it up?
We did send it to Paul Wyckoff to set it up and hope that we would hear from the office by the end of the week.
Okay.
So,
So we can get on Paul's tab a little bit.
yes.
He deserves it.
So I'm not going to talk about the fair hearings because that's it's an agenda item for later. The dates for the meetings were sent out, and the revised one, February is going to be a conflict with board meetings, so it got moved to Wednesday, the day before. So I don't like to change the meetings, but in this case, it's uncertain what time I would be at that meeting. Depends on a number of things, including how many public speakers we have. So, and then Bradley went to the rail pollution. If we have time later, we will, we'll get to have him give his presentation. I know that you have a 12:30 time frame that you need to be off the line, so I want to go through this quickly as possible. There is no board report yet. We are still getting the documents added to the website. There's going to be a big presentation on PTC. I can tell you that Metro North has a pilot, their revenue service demonstration, or RSD that they call, is going to be on, is on the Hudson line between Croton Harmon and Tarrytown. And so they will be doing a test in early January, in December. And I asked to be invited. It's going to be not in the peak hour, to be an off-peak train, because in case something goes wrong, I mean, they don't want to tie up the railroad for that. So
What's RS? What does that mean?
Revenue service demonstration.
Okay.
And so far, they've made all their proper paperwork, and they're well on the way to having.
That's the
has to be
PTC
done.
stuff.
Yeah, PTC, what they're required to have, they will have it by the end of the year, and it's going to be in the committee book, which will be probably put on the website Friday afternoon, because they're still working on it. I saw the advanced copy, but I didn't take it with me.
Do you know if they're going to be doing Long Island Railroad at the same?
Yes,
they're
yes,
also
yes,
gonna
and the Port Washington branch is where it's going to be, and I think they talk it December 10th.
But the both committee, that'll be on the agenda for both committees.
Oh yeah, that's what we talked about. All right, so let me, we talked about the old business, so the new business is going to be fair. All right, so Francina, why don't you tell us your ideas about the fairs? Well, I mean, if you, are you,
I know that
go ahead.
it's a necessary evil, so, and being able to speak to it, and to, yeah, obviously, at the same time, we have to fund these infrastructure projects.
Right. Are you on a landline or a cell phone?
Station, we have,
Francina,
yes,
you're coming in broken up. Are you on a landline or are you on a cell phone? I think we lost you, Francina.
I hear Christina fine, so it must be your side.
Wow. Francina, are you interested to go to the fare increase hearing, which is going to be in White Plains on
Go to one of them,
December the 5th?
one of their cities.
Oh, one in the city, terrific, okay. So if you would like some help with your statement, the staff here would be happy to help you with it. So just, put your thoughts on paper and email it to the staff here, and they'll work up something for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, we've been working on the New York City transit information because we've gotten some talking points on that. And from, I think that the number one point there is that nobody likes fare hikes, but nobody wants service cuts. And that's sort of the theme that's running through the transit side. So it sounded to me As though that were along the lines of what you were thinking, Francina?
Yes, but it's not even just service cuts, it's the conditions of platforms. If you look at different metropolitan platforms, aside from the subway, you're still looking at some safety issues. You got shins and forms that are just,
See the disparities.
So if you could give some specific stations that are not in good shape that you see, we will pass it on to staff, to Metro North to address it. And certainly can talk about it in your remarks.
and the Williamsburg station line, they got train there, and the station is rusting everywhere.
Okay,
What station?
Williamsbridge,
That's in the Bronx.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's in the Harlem line. Okay, thank you for that.
Well, of course, if we talk about stations, you know it's on the top of the head parade.
Yeah, that's what I thought about.
Well, that's
You can bring that up.
But that is something very important. Our county executive, I think I gave you a copy of that letter, Lisa. It's very important.
Yes.
This station has to be made handicapped accessible. It's a major issue with Rockland County. And,
That suffers, okay, well, all right, fine, we got it.
but we have to come up with a plan. We just can't keep putting it off, Randy.
Well, it's gonna be, you'll bring it up when you give your remarks about this.
What we were doing is developing a template. Because we know that the individual speakers are going to, and obviously each council, but within the councils are going to also have some thoughts about what they'd like to add. So we will send that around, but it would be great to get everybody's thoughts on, specific stations, service, fare, if there's a fare, what kind of fare increases are palatable, what's not acceptable. All of that input is, if it's new technology or whatever you think should be included in the testimony would be very helpful for us to have so that we can help prepare
Tailor.
you.
Well, also, I was at a meeting in local town hall, and at the meeting, this whole thing came up, that article about New Jersey offering a 10% cut in fares and not being affected by Metro North. And that's starting a lot of hard feeling about it. And it came down through our town supervisor.
Okay.
The article kind of fills that whole in. I mean, it's just a temporary thing, but,
Right.
and we got hit in Rockland County harder than the people in New Jersey. We lost 2 express trains and a Friday getaway train. It's a big cut in service.
Does Rhonda have input?
Rich, did we just hear you?
Yeah, I'm on Rich.
Oh, all right, hi, Rich,
Thank you.
welcome, thank you. So are you available to go to any of the public hearings, the one in Rockland or the one in White Plains?
No, I'm out of town.
Well, that's not today, this is gonna be December the 5th and December the 13th, I think they are. December 6th, no, I'm sorry, December 5th and 13th, December 5th in White Plains and December 13th in Rockland. So you're gonna be out of town on both of those dates?
13, yeah, I count. The White Plains is tough for me because I'm way up in Connecticut.
All right. He could submit testimony by,
Yeah, we can deliver a testimony too.
all right, yes.
in Connecticut now?
No, he works in Connecticut. All right, so, if you, I guess offline, we can call him.
Yes.
All right, so, offline, you'll speak to the staff, and you'll work with them, and they'll give you, you'll get a statement together, which they can submit, and you can submit on, I guess it's easy for you, because you know what to do with it, to submit on behalf of the Port Jervis customers. Okay. Wanda, are you available to go to a White Plains hearing?
What?
Well, it starts, I think, at 5 o'clock, December the 5th.
doors open at 4, hearing starts at 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, you were saying something, I didn't hear it.
Still be in the city?
No, this is in the, in that insurance building, the New York, what's it called?
The New York Power Authority.
Power Authority building in downtown White Plains. I went there 2 years ago to testify.
I've been there several times too, Randy.
Yeah, I won't be in White Plains, be in New York City at that time, on the 5th and the 13th in town.
How late does it go?
If public hearing is too early.
Well, no, it starts then, but it goes until like 8 or 9 o'clock.
It doesn't give us an end time.
I
It
know-
goes until speakers are done.
Because to get there.
No, I'm sure they're gonna, we can ask and find out until what time they will be there. I also try to go on, I always try to go on the earlier side.
Well, do you,
Do you think we could hello?
Yes, you can definitely submit in writing, yes, you can.
No, not my question.
Oh.
So do you think we could submit like an editorial, so we can submit to the newspapers as a body? In writing to us there?
Sure,
Absolutely.
yes.
I mean, it also gives us visibility, right?
Mhm.
People get to see, you know, that things that makes the opposition in writing for the public.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We can turn the testimony, we can tweak it, revise it as appropriate to make it an op-ed. I'm sure that there will be quite a few. But,
1,000% I agree.
but that's absolutely an option. We can also, because there'll be articles too, we're gonna do some blog posts on our website, but also it's appropriate for letters to the editor also. So yeah, we will definitely, that's a great thought, and we'll move forward on that.
Yeah, we're gonna be handled with, you know, as much of an improvement of how we've done it in the past.
Yes.
I'm just checking my clock to make sure that we get everything done. So is there anything else anybody wants to talk about
Well,
you're gonna go to Rockland,
I'm gonna go to Rock.
and I'll be on the panel here.
Right. So you've done, Randy, you've sat on the panels before,
Yeah,
haven't
this is
you?
my first.
Oh, it's your first time.
I'm hoping to get like the conflict, and still haven't decided. Okay, so the meeting dates were given out, and we talked about that earlier. Is there anything else that, Rhonda, you want to talk about before you have to drop off?
No, I don't have anything else for that problem.
If she has anything about the fair, she should.
Yeah, if you
let us
have,
know.
Carol says if you have anything about what you'd like to talk about or have submitted on your behalf,
About the fair.
Please send it to us.
So what I'm gonna do to make that process easier is to, we'll get out the shell of what we've developed so that you can see along the lines of where we're going. And as long as everybody is on board with the no service cuts, and in fact we need improvements, that would be great. And then so we'll send it out and would love to have you just even send some bullet points or full sentences that will flesh out. And then we'll incorporate and can turn back around. So if you're planning to go to the hearing and have separate testimony that you'd like to present, then we can also work with you on that.
Okay, take care.
All right, thank you, thank you.
The only thing I'm gonna say, Randy, is our county executive will have some choice comments, which I will probably end up passing along.
Absolutely can.
That'd be great.
You're the person who should do it, without question.
Right. And, is there anything else, Randy?
No, I think we've covered everything. Is there anything else that?
So Francina's gonna go to what's she gonna?
Francina, which hearing were you, the one in Manhattan?
Email you.
Was it the Manhattan one that you were going to go to?
Or in the end, I don't look at my schedule. I'll email you and let you know.
All right, thank you.
I think that's
Did you
right.
get this? All right.
All right, well, I think we've got to cover everything.
The only thing I wanted to add on, Lisa, I sent you that letter,
Yes,
which was a copy of our county executive's letter,
yes,
which I think well defines what we would need in Rockland County. And as you can see, that many times, that my testimony is based on that letter.
yes,
And there are a lot of issues. You may not be fully up to speed on some of them, because some of them go back years ago, and there's a lot of history to it, so I can spend time and bring you up to date on the whole thing.
all right. See, I also do have some knowledge of it from my historical reference point, from your testimony and also from communication that the county executive had regarding wanting to pull out of the MTA.
I understand the pullout, but there was also, one of the critical things in there
Mhm.
was a lawsuit.
Mhm.
And there was a memorandum of understanding that goes back into history. So I can kind of fill you in with a lot of that stuff.
Okay,
All right. Hope that I can, that Ronald, you can manage, whichever you can make it to the December, our final PCAC meeting of the year. And so I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All right, we're done. Thank you.